It's so strange, even still, at this point, yes, I never really quite feel prepared. I don't have an introduction like I used to for 3 years now. But, well, we roll with the times, we evolve, we acclimate. So here we are. I do have a few things planned. Got a few things pulled up in front of me that I definitely want to share, and something I want to respond to. Because, to be completely honest, it's something that I watched, I think, late last night, and it was challenging. It was challenging because it appeals to both sides of my brain here, okay? My super skeptical, analytical mind, and also it appeals to my compassion and the urge to want to protect, defend, and whatever the case may be there, while maintaining, though, that the pursuit, the goal is always the truth, right? So when that is the goal, like, really, is there anything that is kind of out of bounds if that is the goal? Remember, the truth is the thing that we all ultimately seek. That has been the case, I think, from our inception. From the days when we were hunter-gatherers, aside from survival, I'm pretty sure one of the fundamentals has always been the truth as a massive motivator. Finding out who you can trust and who's lying and, everything that comes with that. So, well, and basically, if you haven't read the title, it's a panel, and it might be hard to watch for some of you. It wasn't that easy for me, especially empathizing with the parties involved. Psychobabble, this is my first time mentioning him. I wonder what comes with just covering him in any kind of way. This is a guy I don't know much about, but I certainly have heard tale about him. And before that, though, of course, while I'm at work, I did a double shift. I gotta tell y'all, I will never get tired of telling you all how much you guys mean to me. Like, it's cheesy, I know, but I could endlessly just look at all the positivity that's just brimming from that little piece of shit phone of mine. Is that phone real? Is it real? I sure hope so, because it's literally become a lifeline, which is another play on what a phone is, but literally I can just pick that up and see the support from all of you, and I feel a warmth. Some things that don't need to be discussed that happened today, aside from the regular stresses of working a double shift in football season. In a nutshell, I can tell you what I do for a living. I'm what's known as a liquor specialist at a large grocer chain within the state of Florida. Okay, so I'm the guy that's helping you find a fine bourbon. There you go. There you have it. Mystery solved. So, okay. And then, of course, I tried to talk about the Turpin family in the past and almost got 3 copyright strikes or warnings each time. So I finally found some footage. It's a horrifying, harrowing tale, but at least it's one of the times where the right thing prevails. Justice prevails, even though so many ugly things had to happen to these children before they got their freedom, before they got to have normal lives. And seeing them now, they are truly inspirations. These are known as the Turpin family. So this is all the things I'm kind of delivering for you to expect. And before I do so, and let me do something for a change, okay? I want to look at the chat, and I want to say hello to all of you. Indy is an OG around these parts. Burt Gummer, Kenneth, Breaking Fetters. Yo, what's up, son? I sent an email to your old lady because that's the only way I've been able to contact you thus far. Please check that out, man. I got an idea for us, for a lot of us, as a matter of fact. And let me do a real quick, Penelope. No sound? Please tell me there's sound. Can you hear me? Can you? All right, let's see. Thank goodness. Don't scare me like that. All right, Penelope, Sean, Doherty, Desert, I've noticed you around. Star Hunter, yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. Tennessee Royalty, And that's okay. Leanne, Tiffany, thank you. Heather, all of you, thank you. All right, so right quick, that is a fantastic question. My goodness, how could I'm the guy that's, I guess, taking on this mission of getting Tony Dodge to respond. That he was not intended to be in this video. I'm still doing what I'm doing. Thank you to all of the people that are working with me behind the curtain, so to speak, within my little Progressive Patriot email. And on that note, some of those emails, completely always 100% respecting the sources and the discretion that everybody wants. The people that are engaged, that do want to retain their privacy, that is always respected by me. Nothing will ever be revealed if you do not want that to be the case, especially if you tell me as such. So, real quick, what I wanted to say about, I always have a personal thought at work, okay? It's a kind of a self-affirmation of trying to improve myself. You know, what better can we do before, I guess, exposing the bad guys? While we do that, looking at how we can improve ourselves to be maybe a little kinder. So what I noticed, all right, my little cheesy notes, this has become a reoccurring theme. Noticing how quick the eyes can lead to judgment and how to combat our primitive need to profile or assume that which we see is bad or a threat. Now, what I mean by that, serving booze, essentially, professionally, I do have to assess the people that walk in. Do they give me a good vibe? Do I get a bad vibe? Do I feel like I'm going to have to, get ready to do something crazy or defend myself and all that? And then how many times does it happen? In all the years I've been doing this, do I end up feeling bad or silly? There was nothing I've had my run-ins. I have jumped into a vehicle, never do this again, and I'll also add allegedly for good reasons here. Some asshole fucking robbed the shit out of us, and I jumped in the truck with him. Stupid, don't do what I do. But you can watch me do it for views or something. No. I tried to stop him. He had about $600 or more worth of Grey Goose, and I think it was like a pillow sack. Basically, think of Tony Dodge's size, okay? He had a Tony Dodge-sized bag, and he filled it up with liquor. That's a lot of liquor. So we have a back and forth in the store. He bluffs he's got a piece. I said, no, you don't. I've been around, whatever. I'm not a tough guy, but I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You would have pulled it already, blah, 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 F you. And to the truck they go, and I jumped in. I literally landed on homeboy's lap. He had a boy with him. Oh, this is turning into story time. And he's shouting. I'm in this truck, and there's 6 people inside. He's shouting, get my gun, get my gun. I'm like, I told you didn't have a motherfucking gun. And I grabbed a hold of the Dodge-sized sack. I never want to say that again. And I just grabbed it like this, and I rolled off the motherfucker's lap. I was laying across it, which was that's a very uncomfortable, brief position to be in, especially when there was, I think a total of 4 people inside of this truck, all fucking thieves, and I pulled that fucking sack. There was 2 of them, so there was another bag that got away, but I got half of that shit back. Never gonna do that again. And, I hit the fucking ground, rolled away with it. There was other people that I work with, and they almost got fucking run over. And, yeah, they dipped out. Believe it or not, that same fucking team came back 3 times after that and failed every time. And I think I'm going to take the credit. I just wanted to establish when we opened where we did that this is not the place. We're not going to be a fucking mark. You understand? So... since then, 3 years of relative peace. Kumbaya over here. So, yeah, wow, I got into that by talking about when you look up and you see somebody that might remind you of the dude that pulled that fuck shit, how the hell do you combat that? I think that's really embedded in our fucking genetics from, the primitive days, man. Profiling is very natural. And, it's something we've been doing to assess the safety of any situation, right? So it's not always a bad thing. It's something ingrained in our genetics and our DNA we do profile things. We do try to see, will this be a threat? Do I feel safe now? Read the room, read the situation. So, and then ironically, as I'm writing this thought and trying to make me a better person and trying to turn that thing off, right? Somebody walks in immediately. I wrote this part down, actually. How quickly we forget our self-admissions to improve. After I wrote that non-judgment line, I literally immediately judged the next person that walked into my place of business. How the fuck do you combat it? Well, I don't think it's a matter of combating it, fighting it. You kind of just rock with it, man, and you learn to use it, hone it, and that's the assessment. That was my little thought of the day, outside of some other very petty bullshit. So let's flip the script here and let you guys see a little something that I see. Credit to the person that doesn't want credit that sent me these pictures. I don't talk much about XanamayX, all right? But, look, I haven't watched the Popcorn Planet shit yet. Whatever that show podcast is, there's nothing. Let me make sure this is, it's on the fucking screen. But, okay, source is protected. So, XanamayX's whole, location shit, I have to do my due diligence. I owe it to all of you. I have to listen to all of her shit, horse shit, whatever it may be, and decipher for myself what the case is. So, here we're looking at the actual location previously searched by cops, this whole area. And I'm assuming X marks the spot. Is that, I'm sure some of you in the chat. By the way, I'm really going to start getting serious with moderators. It's getting to that point. It's at that point. So I do see, I remember as the video playing, as we've all seen it, she does she kind of flippantly tap the fucking phone and just hit that area? Or is she literally pointing at the fucking location? I'm not going to make any conclusion on a still image. That I don't think would be fair to any of you if you expect a legitimate, sincere assessment from me. But this is not the only photo that was sent to me. Man, I got so much stuff. You guys are the best. Okay, y'all are. I got to come up with a fucking nickname for y'all. You're my people, okay? Your family. So here again, checking everything, Prosser Lake, Prosser Ranch Group, so on and so forth. Sorry, I really am trying to make sure that the source I'm sharing, I should have looked more carefully. Prosser Family Campground, area search, same thing. All right, and there's the X is literally the spot, right? And that's, if you look at the phone, was that happenstance? Too many coincidences, man, and that's what's irritating. I know I've been judged and made fun of for going off of everything that we do as a YouTube community, but we're in an age where it's kind of status quo to not trust the status quo, and I've always been fucking skeptical. And I just don't trust our system. It's lost our trust. They have earned the fact that they have lost the people's trust. So fucking live with it. Let me go to the next. And she fucking hones right in, man. She was right there. What was it she said? She parked her car where? And that's, I believe, where she's pointing. What the fuck, man? So I'm just going through all this shit here. It's fucking really, it wigs me out, man. Until I don't get these fucking vibes each and every time I look into these characters that have literally inserted themselves into the narrative, into the case, I want this to be over, but it's not. Every time I just find myself staying fucking mad suspicious. So, of course, I read every live, and I will see all the feedback. Is there anything that anybody's sharing as I'm doing this before I do jump right into something else? Because I sure am curious. Let me see. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I have been featured. fantastic. I am being featured on another channel. I knew that was to come. But okay, anyway, moving on. So, the XanamayX thing and Tony Dodge, by the way. Where the fuck is he? I'm quite curious. This is a man that has taken pride since 2013, by the way. So my entire question about was he podcasting when in 2018 specifically, when a certain young lady did end up missing, and so my immediate curiosity was if this true crime podcaster was doing what he does, and presumably what he does best. It's his life's blood. Where was he on reporting this? But on YouTube, you can only go so far back as I think 3 years or so. So that is what that is, and I'm still trying to gather as much information regarding that because I'm not going to be throwing accusations. I'm just going to openly speculate as we can all do. But I am curious, Mr. Dodge, where you be? Where's your next live? And when you going to open up the... just unlock the members only thing. And let me also, unfortunately, I do have to check out the chat because now I am aware that there is somebody who doesn't mean me well. And I do have to take care of that. So forgive me while I take care of just this. Okay. Sorry, it is what it is for now. Okay. Moving along. Is that what's going on, really? Yes, please do. I literally got chastised and shit on. I'll be the first to say, I'm a big fan of CBC Anon, if that's what this is all about. Please check out Will Bird is his name. CBC Anon. Okay, it's a fantastic channel. That's as much as I'll say. Otherwise, I'd appreciate the lack of... Oh. See, mixed messages, man. I don't know what's going on. But shout out to Will Bird of CBC Anon. I've been watching his show for quite some time. I'm a fan. I really dig his style, and he really does get down to the truth. He'll always have my respect for that. So that's what it is, but I would appreciate it for those of you that are here for that reason to please remember when I was dragged, rightfully so at the time. I'm frankly still green at the whole podcasting, and I don't want to waste too much time on this. But please respect. Hold on. Please respect that whole thing that we went through. You don't go on other people's channels and just advertise. So be it. But okay, now what I'm going to play is the Psychobabble and Mama Church. They're having a back and forth, and this is the thing I was referring to that split my mind in two. And look, I know there are going to be people that feel they want to defend Patty Lynn with their life. She is a sweet woman, okay? She's very much about love and light. She lives that life. And Psychobabble, I've not seen much about him, but I do see he doesn't hold back at all. Full credit to Deets on the Streets. That channel right there, if you want to find like everything without a commentator, you just want to get to the nitty-gritty, check them out. They got everything. So let me see this. This will be my first time. I am going to let you listen in if you haven't seen it yet. I'd be surprised if you haven't, but let's check it out. And let me react. People texting, everything's happening at once.
Hey guys.
Okay, she just
How's
enters the
everybody
chat.
doing?
Let's put that way up.
Yeah.
Good. Are you guys? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Let's hear you out.
Okay. First of all, I just want to come here and say, oh my gosh, I was listening to. I don't know your real name, Psychobabble, but I was just listening to you talk about your son, and that nearly broke my heart. So I am coming to you with respect and love and I know a lot.
So real quick, I'm glad y'all are here. Please, mods, just keep your eyes on the chat in the meantime, okay? Let's make sure it just stays to some level of civility. Now let's just watch this. And yes, by the way, my boy, that's correct.
A lot of people, there's a couple people in the comments saying that I'm fake on that or whatever, but I'm not. And I know that you on here saying that I'm on drugs and everything, and that's okay. People will always say what they want about my family, but it just breaks my heart because I feel like a lot of this anger and a lot of the things that you're feeling are really coming from her.
So immediately, she is appealing to his compassion. She is using her own compassion to try to find some from him. But given the context, all right, and understanding a mind like Psychobabble Rap is his entire name apparently, I can't say I condone the way he goes so hard on Patty, but he's, I suppose, in his own mind, trying to do what's right, and I know what that's like. When you, everybody that feels that they're fucking doing, God's work, okay, they're going to do it with a fervor and a vengeance, and sometimes it's take no prisoners. So let me continue to watch. I'm bearing in mind where I left off. She is trying to appeal with, emotional respect. And let me see the response in kind. Apparently Psychobabble, and I don't know this entirely, lost a son, which is absolutely heartbreaking. I'm devastated to hear that. I don't know the man. I'm so sorry. But that's where Patty jumps in.
Hurt. And it literally is about to bring me in tears listening to you talk about your son. And you just said that, it's no reflection on the parent what the child does, but you're actually saying that very opposite thing about me, saying that
Brooke,
I can control my son, who is a grown man. When you said it's not your fault that your son did what he did. So how is it my fault what my son does if you don't agree with it? All I wanted to stop in here and say is that when I hear you talk about your son, it literally breaks my heart. So I just want you to know that
he looks very unfazed, and I don't think he cared one iota that Patty was trying to connect on some sort of human level. But I'm just a guy watching a screen making conclusions.
I'm really sorry if you're hurting because I don't know what I would do if I lost one of my children. And I can't imagine
if they were saying your child was fake. How would you like it if let me ask you something, Patty, while you're here.
All right, so that's where my fucking, factual, logical mind is like, okay, I get it. My whole thing, though, is go after the man, right? Go after the fucking source. You're going after someone's mama? You're putting them in the... What mother is not going to defend their fucking kin, their blood, their family? I don't think you can go many places on this planet where you're going to find a mother that'll be like, oh, yeah, you're right. Please shit all over my son. Yeah, I'm going to just take a knee here on this one, Mr. Babble. Please continue to slander my son's name. But whatever the case, though, I'm going to put that as far behind me as humanly possible, which is not an easy feat. And I'm going to try to hear the man's fucking point.
For a second. Let's assume for a second something bad happened to Ryan. How would you feel if Eminem went on MTV and said you did it for money? How would
people
that
say
make
that
you
about us
feel?
every day. I'm used to it. I'm used to people saying bad things about my family. Now, I know you're
These
probably
people
not
aren't,
used to
though,
it.
Please keep it respectful in the chat. Please. Okay? I'd appreciate it. Really. We're all adults. We can act like it, I hope.
Because you're not in the light like my family
With all
is.
due
but-
respect, these people that lost his child are not celebrities. They're not used to having millions of people coming at them.
And I
saying
get
they
that.
hoaxed it.
Okay. Now, that's I understand that. These are, well, I know there's a lot of speculation about the family and the wealth of the area, the town, or whatever the case, but in terms of just being a question, although, I mean, him talking to Ryan's mother, Patty Lynn, and holding her feet to the fire to answer for his actions, her son's actions, who's a grown-ass man, I guess this was just happenstance, I mean, she and he, they're on the same panel, and this is what he wants to say, and he can't get to Ryan, so he's gonna go for the mother. And that's what it is. All right, so let's keep on going on.
A celebrity with a massive voice and a massive...
Steve Aloha, shout out to him, by the way. Fantastic guy in Hawaii. He's live like all the time. Feel free to check him out.
Hear how crazy these people are, Patty. They believe this shit.
Okay, are
They
you
actually believe that Tony was going to go
because you're
gangbang
expecting me
this
to
girl.
control someone.
I think people are just questioning Tony's character. That's Deets on the streets there. Thank you for the
You made a
feedback.
video supporting
How
it.
crazy does that
You
sound?
made a video supporting it,
He's my
defending
son.
it. You went on Johnny Gobble's podcast and defended it.
Johnny Gobble is a friend of ours now. It's called
You went on his
forgiveness. You should
podcast
try it, sweetie.
And
You should try
defended
it.
what Ryan
I
is
agree,
saying,
you can't
slandering
control your
innocent people
kids.
that didn't do
You
anything
can't,
wrong.
like, I don't know what there's no getting through to this guy, but people are expecting me to take control of a
Do you think
31-year-old
this is
man and
damaging Ryan's
manipulate
career?
his
Do
belief
you think it's
system,
damaging his
to
career?
manipulate his free will.
She can make any bit of advice that a mother can, but she cannot tell Ryan Upchurch what the fuck to do. I understand she is apparently his manager as well, and, most importantly, above all, his mother. But, she could make suggestions, but she's not going to take control of what the man wants to do. So I was hoping that that's something Mr. Rabble here, or Psycho, would understand, and maybe this wouldn't have gotten as vicious as it did.
And these are
think it's
people who are
damaging?
supposed to believe in God. Where's
Where's
God,
your
guys? Where
Spirit
is he?
boxes?
You are telling me I'm supposed to control a grown
I'm not
man.
asking you to.
You guys are preaching on a
I'm
soapbox,
asking you
Okay.
to
You're
say
not
you don't.
living up to your standards.
I'm asking you.
There's a whole different.
What I wanted to get from you is for you to say, I want you to just be clear. We don't support this narrative.
I've said
This is crazy.
I've said openly that I never thought that I believed that Kylie Rodney was real. See,
Okay, what?
And I also absolutely believe she is real, unquestionably. Okay, let me make that clear. See, some people seem to forget. I know how crazy the ride has been, and a lot of us that have followed it have. And I'm not trying to sound like a victim. I ain't. Okay. A lot of us have been on this fucking wild ride, and as these things unfold, we're just receptive. Some of the things, maybe even a lot of the things, we have learned now, and also the positions that were originally have completely changed. So I wish some of the people that are just 100% like, oh, you're guilty by proxy, you fucking co-signed on it, you're all fucking just, go live in a tinfoil house or something. But that's how it is. You can't fucking change the division and conflict. Remember what I was talking about last night? All right? That's a natural instinct. I wish division wasn't the biggest thing in our country, but it is. That's just how it is. We will disagree on everything. Velcro or shoelaces.
Ask you a question.
I'm not
Let me just
gonna-
ask you a
but
question.
you
I
gotta let me
appreciate you
listen.
coming in.
Shoelaces, you fucking freaks.
I want to ask you a question.
See, I don't. He's gonna meet
Do
me.
you think that 3 YouTubers killed this girl?
I don't follow true crime because that
That
depresses
ain't what I
the
asked
hell
you. I
out of
didn't
me.
ask if you
I
follow
don't
true
follow
crime.
true
Just your
crime.
personal opinion based on your son's investigation.
I don't
The 3
even follow my
YouTubers go
son's
kill this girl.
investigation.
Did a
Do you
girl in
not
the military?
understand that I don't follow true?
All right, so looks like Deets have also said, we love you, Mama Church, but you followed what he's been up to, which I would assume is also true, but she also very much has her own life. However, she's the mother.
True crime? You want me to talk shit about my son?
You
I'm not
follow
gonna
your
talk shit about my
son.
son.
No,
follow-
I
What
would,
I am
Mom.
gonna
I
say is I'm
understand
very
you.
sorry for your loss with your son, and I'm sorry that you are taking your hurt and you're projecting it and attacking my son
I'm not
because
projecting
you're
it, but
hurting.
it was 18 months ago. I'm doing good. I'm doing
That's
fine.
very recent.
Oh.
That's very recent.
That's very recent.
And
What I'm trying to tell you is your son's words are falling on some people that have very low IQ, and they're believing this rhetoric.
You
He's
seem to be
picking
hung up
pictures
on
out.
IQ.
He's picking pictures randomly.
why
of random
why are
people.
you so hung up on?
He doxed a
Condemning
little
people because of
girl,
their
and they went and
IQ.
attacked her. They went and
Have you
attacked her,
taken
Patty.
She has since made a video about IQ tests, like holding no weight, no water, like something to that effect. I believe that's the video that I did see. And I think I finally discovered how in the hell Ryan Upchurch even found the video he shared of mine. It was Patty Lynn. She's the one. Somebody told me that she said something bad about me, so I went to check it out, and I didn't know who she was. And I left a comment, and then boom, the next day, there it happened. But okay, so back on course. Let me stay focused. I don't have ADD, I promise. I'm just manic.
If you text
They were smarter than they would know it was fake.
A little girl, a middle schooler.
I don't
Who just happened to look
understand.
like Kylie. That was her worst crime. She looks like Kylie. And
That's
now a
when I got
celebrity,
mad, yeah.
a massive celebrity said she was fake. And she got attacked. And then a girl and her family get rescued from Ukraine. And a celebrity goes on YouTube and says that they murdered a child. It's a big deal. And he's got to get
What about
canceled
what you're
for it.
saying about me?
The media is watching,
What
Patty.
about what you're
They're
talking
watching.
about me? And I have nothing to do with any of this, and you're telling
Are you
people
not
that
his
I do
manager?
drugs.
Are you not his
Sweetie,
manager?
I think you need to seek help.
If you guys
I
have some
really-
Oh, wait. Who? Oh, she said he was on drugs? I missed it. I'm sorry. Apparently, there's things happening in the chat. Such is life. You know, can't control what you can't control. Sometimes you got to embrace it. Let me go back. I need to see what just happened.
What about what you're saying about me?
The media is watching,
What
Patty.
about what you're
They're
talking
watching.
about me? And I have nothing to do with any of this, and you're telling
Are you
people
not
that
his
I do
manager?
drugs.
Are you not?
Oh. Oh, Psychobabble's telling people that Patty does drugs? Damn, okay, he just got way shittier than he began to be. Like, I was at first, all right, this is a guy that's just seeking facts and truth, and I understand, you know, when you believe that you're being the most rational, you're probably going to go the hardest in the paint, so to speak. But he's the one that's saying she's on drugs. That's fucked up, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. That's just disappointing.
I think you need to seek help.
If you guys
I
have some
really,
tarot
really
cards,
think
you
you
let
need to seek
Satan in your
help.
house.
Because what I was
How do you
hearing
go
here
from
just a minute ago was just
sympathy
a
to malice?
complete shit show and a lot of hate and a lot of what
Okay.
sounded like
I'm glad you stopped in. I'm gonna leave this.
Did this idiot just, yeah, sorry, Psychobabble. Did you just say you're letting Satan in your house because she's fucking with tarot cards, bro? Come on, man. Like, I've dated pagans and Wiccans, and, you know, there's a lot of things about that. For one, just because you are messing with tarot cards does not make you a Satanist. That's the most ignorant statement from somebody that's a self-proclaimed logical and rational human being. So, wow, man, you ain't what I've heard you are. Apparently. Not at all. Satan? Come on, bro. Like, all right, you're on drugs and now you support Satan. So now you're just slandering her character and trying to drag her so you can look better. Fucking... Okay, I see your tactic.
With you.
because a lot of
When he
people
gets
will say
canceled,
that people are on
when he gets
drugs
canceled for
are
it, don't
usually
you
the
dare
ones
blame
that
me.
use drugs.
Don't you blame me. I was the one who tried to stop it.
I'm going to pray for you, and I pray that you feel better.
I
And
pray
I'm
for
sorry
you
for the
too.
loss of your son, sweetie.
I pray for you
May
too.
God
Go
bless
burn them
you,
tarot
and
cards. Go burn them
I
tonight.
just hope you all have a blessed night.
All right.
Patty, have a
You get
blessed
Satan out
night.
of your
Bye,
house.
guys.
Good night.
You need to get the Satan out of your house. Oh, man. All right. I mean, let me...
As you see, she won't say it's wrong.
She won't say it's wrong, and that's my point. Okay, all right. Well, I think I've seen enough from you, Mr. Psychobabble. You, talk to the man. You know, keep on making your videos and throw your shade about Ryan Upchurch's opinions and about his speculation and his actions. By all means. Going after the mother and like, literally, like, hitting below the belt. You're trying to hurt the woman. She came in there with, like, open arms, trying to embrace you from one parent to another, and you pretty much just said, nope, stop, and fuck you while you're at it. That was a damn shame what I just saw. I do believe at the end of this video, though, somebody on that panel actually speaks up. Oh, there's that guy on the very bottom there. Well, I think my screen is in front of his. He was on Breaking Fetters, I believe. He was wearing sunglasses at 4 o'clock in the morning. Still had that cap on. He was acting a little sus. No, I don't think he's involved in shit. I'm just saying he was just acting super strange, and he called himself it was a self-proclaimed fanboy of Ryan Upchurch, but he was also at the same time dogging him. Whatever the case, irrelevant. Just pointing that out. But the feedback after Psychobabble rap guy, man, pretty much throws shit on Patty Lynn for trying to have a conversation and trying to be nice about it. He gets a little just desserts.
And that's my point.
No.
Nope.
Doesn't have anything to do with the way you're raised. And anybody that has that notion's got the IQ of a toddler. I do too. I hate this. I hate that she went online and
the best.
Like in the right
protecting
place.
him
it's
while
just
he jumps
wrong.
off a cliff. She's protecting him so that no one gets in his way.
How am I wrong? I'm welding and I have autism.
Guys make
She
her
did
cry.
speak.
Let the woman speak. And what she should be doing is crying at the damage that he has done to his career, because
You a
he's always going to be
disrespectful
made
bitch.
fun of for doing this now. Nobody's ever going to take me.
I'm glad somebody is speaking as plainly and as passionately as Mr. Babble believes he is. So I'm glad to see that, you know, two opposing forces kind of meeting. Good.
Serious anymore. Nobody's going to think he's credible anymore. He's going to be looked at like a fucking joke. Because he stayed up all night, 3 nights in a row, messing with something he shouldn't have been messing with, and then he turned the damn camera on.
I usually try
He
and
believed every word he said, and it was all bullshit in his imagination. Every bit of it.
I don't
you're still
know
a
if
disrespectful bitch, though. Psychobabble, don't
I
you
don't
think it
know.
might be bad to stay away from, or not a good idea to go after moms, though? Like, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, don't go after mom.
I didn't
Like, go
her.
after the
I didn't
man,
her.
you know,
I told her
like,
the
running.
truth. The truth is
Yeah.
not an attack.
You don't know
The truth is not an
I
attack.
got you.
Okay, so now he's established himself as a pretty firm fucking asshole. This, though, caught my attention while I was listening to it, so let's have a re-listen, if you will.
Truth is not an insult. The truth is not an
you were
attack, and I want you to remember that. Carry that through your life. The truth can never be offensive. The truth can never be an attack. The truth can never be wrong. The truth can never be anything but the truth. She went on Johnny Gobble's podcast and defended what he said. Her video says, "Oh my God, did you see Tony in his gangbang video? She didn't make that video. That video ain't on YouTube right now."
No, I didn't see it, man. So, yeah.
It sure as fuck is.
Yeah.
You disrespectful
bitch. Period.
I'm not gonna talk shit about your son, but you're a disrespectful bitch. Bitch.
Well, that's the last thing I want to hear, and while it's on my show, I get to control that fucking narrative, and I'll leave it at Psychobabble rap. You are a disrespectful bitch, bro. Shit, man, I just threw shade at you, but dude, the way you handled that, you could have, if you have such an important message, you could have done it in a million different ways, man. Just fucking A, that was disappointing. I'm so sorry she had to go through that shit. Okay, man, this is like an improper segue. This is where I need my boy Josh from Stuck in the Middle. He was the king of this shit. This story right here, okay, and it's a little fucking, I wish I could say it's a breather outside of all the fucking drama, outside of all the heartbreaking cases and the current cases that are under all of our noses, in front of our eyes, inescapably. The second you go on YouTube, especially if you're in as deep as we are, that's all the algorithm is going to throw at us. Remember, it's important to disassociate a little bit. That's why I needed to spend time with my friend yesterday. It was fantastic. And, yeah, you know, take a break. Watch out for your own personal health first, okay? And make sure you have a support network. Look out for number one. But on the same note, the fucking truth, okay? That's the mission, but it ain't no good if when you get to it, you're all broken. So this shit is just, this is crazy. Just a little context. A 14-year-old girl escapes her literal fucking parents. Look up the Turpin family. She escapes her mom and dad. She's got 15 siblings, and this specific night, she knew 2 of them were going to die. This is the first time she has ever, at the age of 14, ever uses a cell phone. No bullshit. She has been that sheltered by these monsters that they call themselves a mother and father. This is her first conversation with somebody that's not in the family. And you're going to notice she's got some odd speech impediments because of this. Here we go. The Turpin family.
911, do you have an emergency?
Oh, the audio, I'm sorry. Fuck.
I just ran away from home. Do you know what street you're on? No. I just ran away from home because I live in a family of 15. Okay? Can you hear me? And we have abusing parents. Did you hear that?
Okay, how did they abuse you?
Okay. They hit us, they throw us across, they like to throw us across the room.
They keep them chained up.
They pull our hair.
They don't feed
They
them.
yank out our hair. I have two.
They don't let them
My
bathe.
two little sisters right now are chained up.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Oh, this is the
What's your
17. Okay. Sorry.
Jordan Turpin.
Jordan.
Okay.
She's a hero.
I'm going to connect you to the sheriff's department so that they can help
What?
you. One moment, don't hang up.
I won't.
A second dispatcher picks up.
Hello?
Oh, yes, I'm still here.
Nearly
Here she is
4
now.
years later, this is Jordan Turpin, remembering that night.
Still with the same speech
body
impediments.
was shaking, and when I was holding the phone, I remember the phone was like, I couldn't really dial 911 because I'm sorry.
Shaking too much?
Yeah, I was shaking, and so I was trying like to dial 911, but I couldn't even get my thumb to press the buttons because I was shaking so bad. But I was like trying to like calm down. Thank you so much. I was trying to like calm down so I could
Speak
to do it,
for
and
the
then I
first
finally
time.
like pressed it, and when they answered,
Hold
I
on.
literally never talked to somebody on the
Hold
phone,
on.
and I was telling them everything. We don't go
What
to
I
school.
want to
was
get
worried
to
about
is
my
the
siblings, and when I
amazing
talked to them,
footage
like,
where the police officer.
I would just,
I'm gonna jump around, and I really don't want to get another fucking like warning. The heavens are smiling upon me because after my birthday, which is September 22nd, my one YouTube strike expires, and that's cosmic, man. That's big to me, and I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward at what this is gonna turn into, and the people that I know are gonna be a part of something special. Fetters, you heard me. Forging thought, Josh. So, all right, here is the amazing footage. Her first time meeting a fucking cop, let alone just another human being that's not family. All right, this shit's amazing. The way she handles herself. I can't imagine the anxiety. A child that has known nothing but torture, starvation, and the mother was just... The mother and the father are both monsters, but the mom was just like so bipolar. It was, I'm sweet and nice. We're going to do a puzzle or play Connect 4 to... I am going to choke you to near death. All right, let me get to that part. Here we go.
You are looking at the body camera footage from the deputy as he arrives.
What's going on?
Okay. I just ran away from home,
Okay.
and I live in a family of 15.
Okay.
My two little sisters right now are chained up.
They're chained up?
Yes,
Where are they chained up at?
on their bed. Now, mother didn't chain them up just to be mean. Okay,
First
they're chained up
conversation.
because they stole mother's food.
Uh-huh.
But I'm sorry if I talk too much. Okay. I've never talked to anybody out there, so I've never been alone with a person, so this is very hard for me to talk. Okay,
How did you...
Wow.
Do your parents know you left your house?
no, they're home.
Do you take any medication?
What's medication?
Medication?
Yeah, what's medication?
Do you take pills?
Just think about that for a second. This little girl and the entirety of her 15 siblings, they don't know what medication is. The only treatment that you'll discover, if it's mentioned, because I used to have a 3-part video, this is all I'm allowed to play, is that all they had was Robitussin, and that's it. For anything. You fucking broke your leg, Robitussin. Fucking, I nearly choked you, chained you up, starved you, didn't let you bathe for a year, Robitussin. That's it. And the pills, no. I don't think this girl has seen any pills. There's no medication, I think, allowed in the family. But the mother and father lived perfectly normal lives. They even had their own fridge stocked full of the food, all of the good food, all of the things that anybody would want to eat. Their fridge, I have pictures of this, and it will make you fucking just brokenhearted and pissed. These are the examples that keep us lit, okay? Individually, we are nothing but flames. Together, we can be a fucking fire and just try and help the most helpless. I really do believe that.
Oh, I
For-
don't think I've ever taken a pill before.
Okay.
Right, I haven't. But
The girl with the strange vocabulary nervously puts on a little hat, a reminder of one of her sisters who's depending on her.
our parents are abusing. They abuse us. But the reason I called and the
Virgos.
reason I managed to get out here, this is one of the most scariest things I've ever done.
Uh-huh.
I'm terrified. But I called because my two little sisters, they're chained up right now.
The deputy, a 9-year veteran of the force, is not sure what to make of this 17-year-old girl who looks so much younger. He is ending a graveyard shift, and it's been a hard night.
I'm gonna jump to this this amazing point right here that her and the siblings had the foresight, without knowing what the outside world is like. Somebody had the foresight. I believe it was one of the her younger sister, that was like, no, you need to take pictures, because somebody out there in that world we don't know about, they're gonna need to see evidence. So truly, Jordan Turpin is a hero to every survivor out there, a hero to me.
This might be a good way just to end my shift.
And then, on instinct, he asks a question.
Do you have pictures of that?
Yes, I can show you. I actually didn't have it, and then one of my sisters told me I need to get pictures.
You have pictures of your sisters chained up?
Yes, but they're in here.
And regarding the photos, while disturbing, they're not, how shall I say, they're not like grossly inappropriate. You know, they're just gonna piss you off. That's all.
I don't have proof of everything, but I have proof that my sisters are chained up. So see?
She doesn't seem to know the word bruised.
You can look at that. See, those are the places that make
She does not know what a bruise is. She's never heard the term.
And see how dirty she is? We're so filthy. We don't take baths. We don't.
How did your sisters get like this?
Okay.
Your parents chained them up?
Yes, because they stole food.
Okay.
But they stole it because they were hungry.
Who took this picture?
I did. I took those pictures.
Okay. You make sure to save these, okay?
Okay, I will.
Don't get rid of those.
I will. I won't.
And by the way,
And I'm just happy to say, and I wish I could show you, like the 3-parter I tried to do, the moment that these cops, the deputies, the sheriffs roll in deep, when they fucking get their job done and do it right and make us proud, like the taxpayers we are, you get to see the moment of, oh shit, in those monsters' fucking faces. Feel free, please, look up the Turpin Family, and you'll get to see that precious footage of 2 fucking predatory monsters, sick in the head, and of course they twisted the Bible to make their children believe this was God's plan. You get to see them go away. Also, in the court, they're pleas to their children, trying to beg forgiveness and all that. You just get to see justice done, and that's something that's just it's a refreshing fucking cup of water in the desert these days. Now here's just to give you guys a more accurate idea. Here's some of the photographs. Why am I turning the mic? So they lived in squalor, in absolute filth. Okay, look at this filth, feces, blood, mold. This is the markings, and blurred out faces, of course. You know, they're right there. My mouse is over the chain where they would leave the children on their bunk beds. Oh, here's a good one. There's the mother, the bitch-ass mother, in shock as the police are being led by her to go see where the children are. It's a really amazing case, and, you know, doing some of the things that we've all decided to embark on, I just figured this would be something to show, you know, and just serve as like, you know, I don't want to be played out like a broken record, just as a reminder. You know, there are voiceless people out there that don't know any better. They don't know that they're victims. They don't even know that they're suffering, because suffering is their normal. So yes, it's important that we do step in, and that when a shady character inserts themselves into any fucking situation, you do what you gotta do. This is the fucking house they lived in. Now, here, let me do what I usually do at this point, and just say, I cannot even put into words how thankful I am every day that I just see the response that I've gotten recently, and the emails and the passion from all of you. I know that the passion I have, I'm not alone. We all do truly want to do good, and that inspires me to keep going, to keep doing this. I'll never stop, especially when you guys continue to show up and pooling our efforts. This is what social media can do when it's used right, instead of being some huge fuel for division, hatred, and tribalism. Tribalism, we back to our primitive nature, we need to fight that and strive for that higher mind thinking, which is something my father has always said. With that, I will use my cheesy little line and say, celebrate the unifiers, okay? We're all in this for the right reasons, okay? And if you happen upon a divider, don't let that mean you get to write off somebody and say, I hate you because you do not think like me. No, hell no. You engage in discourse unless they're disrespectful like Psychobabble, or if they're fucking just shitty like Tony Dodge and charge you money just to say something. Yeah, don't fuck with that. XanamayX, I still I'm still reading and collecting information. I have a lot of stuff to go through. But regarding the dividers, as long as it has nothing to do with those three, just have that conversation, challenge one another, and hell, you might just come up with something better than when you started. I believe in what we can achieve, guys. I truly do. And also, I just want to make a little announcement, okay? That show Stuck in the Middle that we put blood, sweat, and tears into, it felt like people didn't want to be challenged, and that's why it just had to stop for a while. I do want you guys to meet the man, the myth, the legend that got me to get behind a microphone. That is Josh Borsick. Thank God I got his last name right for the first time in 3+ years. I'm very excited to have y'all meet him. That will be soon. And then I have a team of some of the most amazing people. Breaking Fetters, C Fowls if he's interested, Dusty if he's interested, and Forging Thought, and some others. I really want to put a team together. Avengers Assemble. That was so cheesy, I know. But you know what? That's okay sometimes for the sake of humor and levity. So it's been a long, stressful day, double shift, but regardless of any of the negativity, the positivity has been overwhelming and it keeps me alive. Thank you and good night. Remember why we're in this fight.